Welcome to the hospital ball field. A mere 8 months after our last broadcast on Baby Blue Memories, we're back with a matchup between the Pee Wee B Warhawks and the Mosquito A Warhawks. It's confirmed as of this afternoon that the Pee Wees will be playing B, and it was confirmed about a week ago that this Mosquito team would be playing A. Obviously, lacrosse not going on for a second straight year, so the talent pool for both teams a little bit bigger to choose from this time around. Just like the situation was last year. You remember last year where you had 3 or 4 games basically each week because of the cadet schedule. Now this year it looks like we're going to get a little bit of jump on things. But let's meet both teams. First, for the Pee Wees, who are the home team for this game. And remember, they're playing B, so they're starting Kate Stacy on the mound. And this is a matchup of brother versus brother, neighbor versus neighbor, cousin versus cousin, whatever you want to put it here in this exhibition matchup. As Tate and Nolan is going up against Jace Norton, so brother versus brother. Should be a lot of fun. And so Stacy on the mound, and one of the new features we'll have for you this year is the pitch count on each and every single pitcher. And of course Sunday, the first Sunnyside Diner minor baseball game of the week, as the U16 Montreal Titans will come on down to the Arena Ballpark and take on the Midget Warhawks. That's a 3 o'clock start time on Sunday. It's 15 degrees and breezy by the water, no pun intended, as we get set for this matchup. The Pee Wee Warhawks in the darks, and the white team is the Mosquito A's. Here's Jada Jacobs stepping into the batter's box. We're underway, and he makes good contact to left. And that'll drop and go to the outfield. He's on his way to second. He's going to hustle to third, and he's in there with a leadoff triple. First pitch swinging. And now Araquez and Paul, I believe, will be stepping in. So 1 pitch, 1 swing, 3 bags. And here's the first pitch. Away, ball 1. Whereas Mosquito A is a little bit different than Mosquito B, as the bases on balls, also known as walks, will just be that. There will be no T. So those are some of the differences this year compared to last. Pitch count up to 4 now on Cade, and that one swung to short. It gets through. Jacobs will score. Barnes will throw it in, and it's a 1-0 start for the Mosquitoes. Good pieces of hitting by Paul. He got a pitcher's count, or a batter's count, sorry, 2-0. And here comes the 5th pitch for Kate Stacy on the day. Ball 1 upstairs. 3 balls and 2 strikes total, and in the count 1-0. This is Soharis Jacobs stepping in, and he fouls this one off 1-1. So pitch number 7 coming up on the day for Cade. That's outside, 2-0. Paul on first. That's in there. Jacobs making his return after a 2-year absence from Kahnawake minor baseball. And that's in there for a called strike 3. 1 down, and Cade Stacy gets a strikeout. One out, 1-0 Mosquitoes, and a runner on first. And in steps Monty Horn, the starting pitcher, who swings over this first pitch. 0-1. Don't forget, Sunday coming up, the minor baseball game of the week. Midget Warhawks and the Montreal Titans. That ball's away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Cade Stacy will be throwing his 12th pitch of the first inning.
No, not really.
And that strike 2 is, Monty's behind that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 count. Right there, Hadazi Lahash on the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch. And that is called strike 3. And there are 2 down. So back-to-back strikeouts here by Stacy after surrendering that opening run. It's 1-0. As Lahash steps in. Also a 1-year absence from Kahnawake minor baseball. Played in Chattagay last year with the Blue Sox. Here's the 1-0 from Cade. Couple of rookies on this team. Ryder Mccumber playing his first ever game, as is Rome DeLille. A couple of good athletes, so they should be assets for this team. The 1-0 is in the... Actually, that hits him. That hits him. At least I thought it did. Might have hit the dirt and came back up. Here goes Cade. That's outside. And that is ball 4, so he walks him on 4 pitches. And now pitch number 17 coming up for Cade. So 2 outs, 2 on, and in steps Nash Mayo. And he swings and misses at this. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. And there's a swing and a miss. Good looking swing. But no contact made. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Raghunath Jacobs on the on-deck circle. The 1-2. Does not go in there. 2-2. This will be the 5th pitch of the at-bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The windup, the pitch. 3-2. The full count coming up. Cade Stacy winds, fires. That's in there. Strike 3 called. So back-to-back strikeouts, or at least 3 out of 4. And we're headed to the bottom of the first. Mosquito Warhawks 1, Pee Wee Warhawks 0. Pee Wee's coming up to bat for the first time. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. So let's take this time and meet the Pee Wee Warhawks for the 2021 season. Jada Norton will be leading things off, followed by Ethan Brascoop, Jackson Norton, Callan Stacy, Cade Stacy, Jordan Norton, Casey Dalaboost, Marcus Rice, Russ Gabriel, and Lily Bard. Starting on the mound for the Mosquito Warhawks is Monty Horn. Cade Stacy, the Pee Wee pitcher, threw 22 pitches in the first inning. And let's take a look at the outfielders. Actually, we got 2 players sitting on the bench defensively for Mosquitoes. It's like Rome and Rua, who will not be defensively on the mound here in the first inning. And I know it's a little bit of a weird look with all these players and wearing their masks, but those are some of the adjustments that every player will have to make, as we're hopeful that you back home are adjusting to what we call the new norm. As Jada Norton steps in against the Monty Horn, we're underway in the bottom of the first. 1-0 lead for the Mosquito A Warhawks, leading the Pee Wee B Kahnawake squad. Obviously, after Jada, we mentioned off the top, Ethan Grasscoop and Jackson Norton, the 3 guaranteed hitters in the bottom of the first. The 1-0. Hit well, but foul. 1-1. Don't forget Sunday, we have ourselves our first game of the week as the Midget B Warhawks, or Midgets, they're not sure which league they're playing at. They'll play host to the Montreal Titan at the Arena Ball Field. That'll be a 3 o'clock start. Swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Amonte winds up. The 1-2 pitch. That's not in there. 2-2. The windup in the 2-2. Upstairs, ball 3, and it's a full count. I'll tell you what, if you're trying to catch a ball in left field right now, it is really difficult. That sun coming right into your eyes. The windup and the full count pitch. Swung on it, hit with third, and fouled off. And Norton making this a battle here. This will already be the 7th pitch which Amonte has thrown. 1-0 lead. Very first batter for the Pee-wees wearing the dark jerseys. Amonte, the pitcher there you see setting in against the right-handed batting Norton. The 3-2, and Jada will duck. She'll get permission to take her bag. It's a base on balls. And 8 pitches already for Amonte Horn. And that pitch count is going to be something huge, just like it was last year. I know it always is, but in a condensed season like last year and a potentially condensed season like this, you want to save your arms. Of course, this is an exhibition game, so it doesn't really count. And that one skied to short, and it gets by. The throw to second, not in time. It'll be backed up at first by Lahash, and now the runner going. Runner heading back to second, and both runners will advance 90 feet. Runners on second and third, and that turns into a infield double for Brass Scoop. And now the cleanup hitter steps in. It's Jackson Norton. There you see the experience of the Pee-wees checking in. Hit to short, scooped up, and it's dropped. The runner falls, and they gotta throw it. They gotta tag the runner. If they wanted that out, they had to tag the runner. And it'll be an RBI single. So out of all that action at short, no outs, and a runner comes across. And the runner who was at second moved up 90 feet. So 1-1 a score line. And a swing and a miss, strike one by Callan Stacy. He looked like he was trying to hit that one right to the hospital. 1-1 score line. 0-1. The pitch. That's off. 1 ball, 1 strike, and pitch number 15 already of this first inning coming up for Amonte Horn. Popped to third, caught. Lahash will have to step in here. He does. Good snatch at third, 1 down. And now Cade Stacy, the pitcher, will step in. Outside, ball 1. League schedules will be announced, I should say, within the next week. But we do know our first Sunnyside Diner game of the week is coming up Sunday at 3 o'clock. Swing on a miss, strike 1. As the Midget Warhawks will play host to the Montreal Titans over at the Arena Ball Field. That'll be a 3 o'clock start. We'll have that one for you here on BBM. Amonte Horn, the 1-1. That's it, too low, 2-1. And now Amonte will be pitching for the 20th time. 20th pitch coming up for him. The pitch. That's outside. And he's behind the count, 3-1. Monty winding up the delivery. Fouled back, and now we got a full count. One down, runners on the corners. The runners on first, second, and third, so the base is juiced. And that swung on and missed. A big strikeout, and there are two down. That's a huge strikeout by Monty Horn. It's already at 24 pitches tonight, unofficially, but a huge strikeout for the veteran hurler. Ball one to Jordan Norton. Runners on the corners. Two down and a 1-1 tie. The pitch, cranked, right at short, knocked down. They throw to second, it's going to get away, and a run comes across. They got a runner trapped at third, and it's a rundown. And the runners will make it on the corners, but another run comes in, and the Pee-wees have the lead. It's 2-1. All right, Jackson Norton, dangerous attempt there, but he did get the extra bag. So runners on the corners. As a Monty Horn sets. Hit on the ground to short. Scooped up, they throw. Hudgy tags the bag in time. So the Pee-wees get two. They take the lead 2-1. Monty Horn, 29 pitches in that first inning. We're coming back with the top of the second. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. Welcome back here, top of the second, 2-1 Pee-wees over the Mosquito A's on Baby Blue Memories. And this one's hit to short, it gets through, and Dungy Jacobs has a base, and he might have more on his way to second. The throw, and he gets in there with a leadoff double. You called it. Well, we said when you hit that ball to the left side of the diamond, the sun's coming right at you. A little bit difficult as the pitch comes in outside ball one to Ryder Mccumber. His first ever game right now, the 1-0. And he fouls this one off, 1-1. He, like many of these Warhawks, would be playing lacrosse right now. As Kate Stacy steps in, the 1-1. And Ryder swings and misses 1-2. Runner on second, nobody out. Tate and Nolan on deck. He and his brother playing it head-to-head here. And oh, look out! Ryder will get his first ever bag as he gets plunked in the shoulder. And he has been hit by a pitch. So welcome to the show, Mr. Mccumber.
My head.
It doesn't feel good, but it feels a little better knowing you get to advance 90 feet. Maybe more here as Tate Nolan steps in. Looks at ball one. Nolan and then Ruwati coming up. Daibo. Here's the 1-0. And that one swung on and missed a high pitch. Nolan went fishing. It's 1-1.
What's it called? No, I'm seriously. Come on!
Here's the 1-1. And that's foul tipped into the mid-strike two. This will be the 33rd pitch of the night for Cade Stacy thus far. The 1-2. And he got him swinging for the first down. That's out number one. And Ruwati Daibo will step in. The left-handed batter. Here's the pitch. And that one hits him. And the bases are loaded thanks to a couple of hit by pitches. Each runner gets to advance 90 feet. And now Rodin DeLille will step in, the right-handed batter, and the 11th, so the final hitter in the Mosquitoes lineup. One down, bases loaded. We'll see if Cade Stacy can get out of this early preseason jam. Fouled, and it lands right in front of us here. First strike. That was the 35th pitch of the night already thrown by Cade Stacy. Here's the 0-1. That's off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the lineup, due next. Ruda Haji Jacobs on the on-deck circle. The 1-1, and he chases this one. It's 1-2. 2-1 lead for the Pee-wees. Top of the second inning. Sachs juiced. The 1-2. And he's behind on that pitch for strike 3. 2 down. And here comes Ruda Haji Jacobs, who started this thing off with a leadoff triple and scored the only run thus far of the game for the Mosquitoes. Takes ball 1 up high, and don't forget, a walk would tie this game. Cade Stacy just threw his 40th pitch of the night so far. And that one's hit to second, fielded by Brascoop, and he tags the runner out. They get out of the jam without giving up a single run. 2-1 Pee-wees on top. We're coming back with Marcus Rice, Russ Gabriel, Lily Barnes due up on the on-deck circle. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. And we're back with the bottom of the second. The Pee-wee Warhawks leading the Mosquitoes by a score of 2-1 in this exhibition matchup. New pitcher for the Warhawks, Ruda Haji Jacobs, has taken the mound, and he is going up against Marcus Rice. So teammates from the Adam A Warhawks doing battle, of course, from the 2020 season. That changeup misses its mark, 2-0. Big time difference between Ruda Haji and Amante. One very slow pace, the other tries to get things going as quickly as possible. And a little bit of a sidearm delivery, you notice that? First 3 pitches have been balls. The 3-0 delivery coming up. That is behind Marcus, so he'll take his base, and Russ Gabriel will step into the box. Here's the pitch. And that one's hit well to the pitcher. They'll throw back to first, and Amante Horde tags the bag, so that basically a sacrifice grounder. Makes a runner advance 90 feet. There's 1 down. And in steps Lily Barnes, the number, I believe, 10 hitter. So this is it for the Pee-wees. Here's the pitch to Barnes. And there's strike 1, and the ball gets away. That's legal if it, I believe. No, it's not. Not in this day. Not today. Pee-wee A at the next level, that's definitely legal. There are such things as wild pitches at that level. And Mosquito A, I'll have to check my footage from last year. The pitch. And Barnes behind that one. 2 strikes on Barnes. Nash Mayo behind the plate, it looks like. Here's the 0-2 from Ruda Haji Jacobs. And she misses that one. That's the first strikeout for Ruda Haji Jacobs. That's the second out already for the Pee-wees here. And Jada Norton is in there. She drew a walk and is behind on that pitch for strike one. Brass Scoop is the number 2 hitter, and he'll follow this if it does in fact continue. The pitch from Jacobs. That's strike 2, and you know what? That sidearm motion is so hard to figure out. I remember the first time I seen a sidearmer, I was playing Pee-wee for the, Little League for the Kahnawake Colt 45s as we were back in the day, and that sidearm pitch was so hard to figure out. And that would sky to second. It's gonna fall for a base hit. Gabriel on his horse. He's running home. The throw in time, and the Pee-wees go up by a 3 to score 3-1. Good piece of hitting by Norton. She gets the tail end of the bat on this one as it's skied past second, and it drops through. And Marcus Rice, who was waiting on first for a little while, crosses the bag, and it's 3-1 Pee-wees. And there's a swing and a miss, strike one for Brass Scoop. This will be the 14th pitch for Kahnawake Jacobs here this inning. Pee-wees on top, 3-1. Jacobs with the pitch. That's off the plate. Pee-wee Warhawks 3, Mosquitoes 1. The pitch. On the ground, that's going to roll the third. It's rolling, not foul. They throw to first, it gets away. And Brass Scoop will score. And it's 4-1. Now the throw coming to third. Safe at third. It's an RBI triple for Brass Scoop. Jada Norton crosses the plate. And it's 4-1 Pee-wees. Jackson Norton stepping in. Looks at strike one, it's 0-1. Kahnawake Jacobs with the pitch. That's off the plate, 1-1. Alan Stacy on deck, the cleanup hitter for the Pee-wees. 2 outs, 4-1 lead for the Pee-wee Warhawks over the Mosquito A's. Hit on the ground to third. That's going to be a tough play. Jacobs can't find it. And another run scores. It's 5-1 as that ball trickles along the ground. And Jackson Norton drives in the third run of the inning for the Pee-wees. It's 5-1. And don't forget, every single one of these defenders are wearing those masks, which could play like a visor-like role. Thrown right to second. What a scoop! Oh, it's dropped, and they tag him anyway. So here it is. Jacobs makes the play. They get the out. All's well that ends well, right? The Pee-wees score 3. They have a 5-1 lead. We're coming back with the top of the third. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. We're back here, top of the third at the Hospital Ball Field. The Pee-wee Warhawks on top of the Mosquito A's by a score of 5-1. Pee-wee, the older of the two teams, as Marcus Rice makes his debut with a strike one delivery to Uraquayesu Paul. As we start this top of the third, Paul with an RBI single thus far. That's the only run the Mosquitoes have mustered. And that ball's away, 1-1. You recognize a lot of these names probably from the Adam Mohawks of 2020, both the A's and B's. This is basically the overlapping age group for those teams. That's a good looking swing by Paul, but he can't make contact. It's 1-2. Cade Stacy out after 42 pitches and 2 masterful innings, allowing just that 1 run. Here's the 1-2. That ball's away, and it's 2-2. Pee-wee's making the announcement earlier that they will be officially participating in B, whereas this is the Mosquito A's. The 2-2. Arduko Yesu has to duck out of that one. It's a full count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the full count delivery. That's swung on and missed, strike 3. Good start for Marcus Rice. And in steps Sohertis Jacobs. He's 0 for 1, struck out back in the first. 6-pitch strikeout for Marcus Rice. Sohertis hits one to third, scooped up nicely. The throw across in time. What a bang-bang play. And there's 2 quick outs for the Mosquitoes. If you're the Pee-wee manager, you got to be happy, Ronnie Stacy. 2 outs already here, nobody on, and only 7 pitches thrown by one of your top arms in Marcus Rice, who pitches this one, ball 1, to Amonte Horn, the cleanup batter. He's 0 for 1, struck out back in the first. All right, 5-run innings are the max here at this level, and will be in both Pee-wee B and Adam A. And look out, Amonte has to scamper out of this one, ball 2. Warhawks, the Adams, or the Mosquitoes, I should say, in white. The Pee-wees in black. And our first game of the week coming up Sunday at 3 o'clock. And it in there, caught the corner, strike 1, 2-1. Our first Sunnyside Diner minor baseball game of the week coming up Sunday, 3 o'clock. It's off the bag, 3-1. As the midget Warhawks will play against the Montreal Titans. That's a Sunnyside Diner where it's always sunny in this ball. 3-1 the count. The windup and the pitch. That's outside, and the Warhawks have a runner. The Mosquitoes get their first runner of the inning. Amonte Horn draws a 5-pitch walk. And now Roter Hadaze Lahash will step into the batter's box. Horn at first. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs and outside, ball 1, 1-0. Pee-wees have Callan, Cade, and Joran coming up in the bottom of the third. The pitch off the bag, 2-0. Marcus winds up, and did he plunk him? That pitch was behind him. I don't think it got a piece, though. It's 3-0. 7 straight balls here thrown by Marcus. He's just got to settle down here. 1 strike will feel so good right now for him. The 3-0. It's not going to be that one, though, as a 4-pitch walk is drawn by their Hadaze Lahash, and now the Mosquitoes have 2 runners on. Nashton Mayo, the first-year Mosquito player, stepping into the batter's box here with 2 outs. And he faces strike 1 there. Good pitch. A little off speed, and it finds its way into that strike zone. Here's the 0-1. That's in there, and it's 0-2. Oh, those are two great pitches for Marcus. He's got to be feeling a little bit rejuvenated after he found the plate on that second one. Here's the 0-2, trying to get out of the jam. That's outside. It's ball one, 1-2. Marcus Rice up at 1-2 in the count. 2 down. 2 runners on. The pitch. And that one slammed to second by Mayo. And it gets through Callan. Nobody covering first. And Mayo crosses first base. And the runners are all safe. And the bases are loaded. And boy, the Mosquitoes are knocking. That's just the third base hit, the fourth base hit of the afternoon for the Mosquitoes. The bases are loaded. Hadaji Jacobs is stepping in. He has one of those base hits. Yeah, and don't forget, you're allowed to score 5 in an inning. The Mosquitoes now 5-1, but the tying run comes up to bat right now. Hadaji Jacobs and then Ryder Mccumber is on deck. So the tying run steps in. Jacobs, another lefty. So you figure the righty versus lefty matchup, not to say that it always favors the lefty, but it's an easier pitch to hit for a left-handed batter. Well, Marcus starts this off with a bang as Jacobs misses. It's 0-1. Amonte on third, Lahash on second, Mayo on first. Jacobs at the dish, facing Marcus Rice. The 0-1 delivery coming up here. The pitch. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Remember, he was ahead in the count, too, 0-2 on Mayo, but Nash pulled off a single. Can Jacobs get the one here? The 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. Jacobs survives this one. This will be the fourth pitch of the at-bat, 0-2. Marcus Rice pitches it, and it's outside, 1-2. Hear a collective groan from the Pee-wee side. I think they were hopeful for a strike there. The 1-2. Foul back. And I'll tell you what, Jacobs, this is about a 2-year age gap between these two players. 2 and some change. Jacobs doing an excellent job here. About a 2.5-year age gap between these two. Jacobs holding his own. The 5th pitch of the at-bat. Hit on the ground, back to the pitcher. Here's a close play at first, and they got him. So the bases are left loaded. The Mosquitoes have left 7 runners on and are trailing 5-1 as we go to the bottom of the third. We're back here in the bottom of the third inning. It's 5-1 and a new pitcher coming in for the Mosquitoes. This is Nashton Mayo getting set to pitch his first ever inning. Going up against the heart of the Pee-wee lineup. Callan Stacy, Cade Stacy, Joran Norton, 4-5-6. Due up here for the Pee-wees, who are leading the Mosquitoes by a score of 5-1. It's the 0-1. That swung on a miss, so Mayo with a good pitch. (5-1) lead for the Pee-wees on top of the Mosquitoes. Pee-wees in the dark unis, the Mosquitoes in the lights. And that ball is too low, it's 2-1. Here's a 2-1. That's a little high. It's ball 3, 3-1. And a lot of athletes on both of these two teams, some of whom have not played baseball before, but It's one thing to be able to throw the ball hard and to throw it well and to be able to hit hard. It's another thing to put it where. And speaking of which, this is a good piece of hitting by Callan Stacey, driving this one right to left field. Stacey drives it into left. That's a base hit. We've seen most of the action in this game going to that left side of the diamond. Not a whole lot happening to the right. That's a leadoff single for Callan, and here comes Cade Stacey stepping in. And we said that sun, the last place where it's going to set really is going to be right, but right now it's most intense in left. So if you're at third, you're at short. If you're facing the ball to your left, you're coming at it from the right of the ball, and you're at second, it's really intense. That could play a factor, and we've seen that possibly come into play already as this ball misses. It's 1-1. Cade Stacey 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. And this one will sail out of the strike zone. 2-1. Midget baseball coming to town to play at 3 o'clock on Sunday. Our first Sunnyside Diner game of the week. That's in there. Good pitch by Mayo. It catches the corner at the knees, exactly where you want to put it if you're a pitcher. Strike 2. And the 2-2 coming up. That one just a little low. Nash trying to go to the same area, though, and that's something as a pitching coach you love to see. Now the full count offering on the way. Callan Stacey on first. Cade Stacey at the dish. There's no outs. And that's fouled back. Good job by Cade here protecting the plate. Making sure Nash doesn't get any one of those called strikes. If you're going to go down on strikes, you want to go down swinging. The 3-2 coming up. Here's the pitch. And that'll go behind Cade, so a walk and 2 runners on base now for the Pee-wees. Well, that was an 8-pitch at bat by Cade Stacey, so Nash up to 12 so far through 2 batters as Jordan Norton steps in. The first-year Mosquito against the second-year Pee-wee. The age gap between these two, 3.5 years. We'll see how Nash does against the older, more experienced Jordan. Jordan pops this one up. So here it is. Jacobs catches it. Looking to tag at second. Does not. Oh, good concentration there at short. Really difficult to see through that sun shining down. But Jacobs, good concentration. 1 down. That's in there. Good pitch by Nash. Strike 1 to Casey Diabus, who's 0 for 1. Grounded out back in the first. We're in the bottom of the third here. Pee-wee's on top, 5-1. The pitch. That's in there. Strike 2, swinging strike. Marcus Rice standing in on the on-deck circle, so this is a very big pitch coming up here from Nash. Marcus, an experienced hitter. And that's a little too low, misses for ball 1. The 1-2 on the way. The pitch. Fouled back. Diabu's protecting the plate. That's a good job on her part. As Mayo stepping in for this 5th pitch of the at-bat. He's gone 17 pitches in his first inning. And that's a little too low, 2-2. Here's the pitch. Hit well, a comebacker. Nash knocks it down. Throws the first a little too high. Monty Horn looking. Throws it to the pitcher. Now they got Cade in a rundown. They tag him out at third. The run scores from third to home, but Stacy is picked off. Cade Stacy picked off. There's 2 down. A run scores, but a good job by Mayo to get the runner out at third. So there's 2 down, and here comes Marcus Rice. That was very close, too, to being a double play. Just off the fingertips of Marcus Rice, or of Monty Horn. Sorry, he might have gotten just a fingernail on that one. 1-0. 6-1 lead for the Pee-wees. That sails up high and away from the strike zone, 2-0. The pitch to Marcus. That's in there. Good pitch by Nash. It's 2-1. Oh, sorry, that missed. They say they missed the 3-0. It's not like Bobby Kennedy or Glenn Cross. You can hear them loud and clear throughout all the wind in the conversation. Yelling, screaming. That misses, though, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Marcus Rice to load the bags. Actually moved the runners up to first and second, sorry. Russ Gabriel steps in. He grounded into a fielder's choice back in the first, or the second inning. The pitch from Mayo. Foul tipped right off the mask of the catcher, Paul. He looks like he's all right. 0-1. And that is off the plate. 1-1. Pee-wee Warhawks leading the Mosquito A's by a score of 6-1. Here's the pitch. Gabriel swings over the top of this one. Good pitch by Nash. And he needs one more strike to get out of this inning. Here's the 1-2. That misses, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 delivery. Smacked to center, and that's going to go towards the wall. 1 run will score. Another runner coming across. Gabriel hustling to third, and now the throw home's coming in, and it'll get by, and it is a 3-run homer, and it's 9-1 Pee-wees as Gabriel completes the inside the park home run. 9-1 for the Pee-wees. The team in black as Lily Barnes steps in. Struck out back in the second. The bases are all cleared, and now the Pee-wees, with their biggest inning so far, they've put up 4 here in the bottom of this 3rd inning. That one's in the dirt. swung on by Barnes and missed. And that's strike 2. 1-2. Russ Gabriel driving in 3.
Do you know who's winning?
That misses, and it's 2-2. 3-1, sorry, on Barnes. The Pee Wee Warhawks taking on the Mosquito Warhawks, and it's the Pee Wees in control. The pitch. And Barnes will draw a walk. So Lily Barnes advances to first on the walk. So the team in black, the Pee Wees, leading the Mosquitoes here in this one 9-1. And the top of the lineup is coming up again. It's Jada Norton batting for a third time, and she has scored twice. She drew a walk and scored in the first, and hit a double and scored back in the second. Lily Barnes on first, and that's where we stand right now. That ball's up high, 2-0. And this is the very first inning Nash Mayo has ever pitched. Probably good for him to get this out of the way now. And that's going to get through. Good piece of hitting by Norton, and she is on base for a third time today. So now there's 2 down, and Ethan Brascoop steps in. Lily Barnes is on second. She represents what would be the 5th and final run, as we're going to have Justin Horn come to the mound to visit with Nash Mayo, the pitcher. And don't forget, coming up this Sunday, it's our first Sunnyside Diner game of the week as the Midget Warhawks play host to the Montreal U16 Titans. That game, a 3 o'clock start. Sunnyside Diner, where it's always sunny in this ball 3. 9-1 lead for the Pee Wees. But in this game, not so much about results. It's more about development to see where your team stands. A couple of rookies on the the Mosquitoes. Some young players as well, over wearing the dark jerseys, the Pee Wees. And that one's hit well to third, but foul. And right there, Brascoop a little bit behind the pitch, so a good job by Nash there to locate where he had to go. And we've seen a couple of his pitches which caught the inside corner right at the knees, which is exactly where you want to be as a pitcher. Here's the pitch. That's going to one-hop the bag. Hit on the ground towards second. The throw across the diamond is in time. So the Pee Wees score 4, but they can't get the 5th run across. 9-1 lead as we head to the top of the 4th. Trusty hoodie. And we're back with the top of the 4th. Here at the hospital ball field as the Pee Wee B Warhawks taking on the Mosquito A's. Our Mosquito A's, the only A team in town. It's been confirmed both the Bantams and Midgets will be playing B, as our girls team in an all-girls baseball league, which will be coached by Ross Leclerc. And there's a HB it looks like maybe to start. No, just off the bag. Ryder Mccumber stepping in. He was hit by a pitch actually back in the second. Marcus Rice, who threw, let's see. Marcus Rice threw 22 pitches in his last inning. And that pitch is in there for a strike 1, 1-1.
Kick him in the face. Kick him in the face.
As you can tell, we're in very close proximity to the players here. at the hospital ball field. As the 1-1 comes in, and it's fouled back by Ryder Mccumber, so it's a pitcher's count. Mccumber, Nolan, and Ruwadzidziani Daibo, the 3 up in this inning for Justin Horn's Mosquito A's. Hit well to third. Now the throw across the diamond comes, and they got him. 1 down. Good throw, Callan to Cade for out number 1. And Peyton Nolan will step in. 0 for 1, struck out back in the second. That's a good piece of hitting by Ryder. Just a good throw across the diamond by a soon-to-be Pee Wee A player. There's strike 1 to Nolan, who's a first-year Mosquito player by age. I have to duck out of the way of this one. It's 1-1.
Come and get your big booty duty suit for just $10.99 at your favorite store we all want and love, McDaddy Rat Patra.
As this one misses, it's 2-1. They have another potential play-by-play guy sitting to my right, wearing the Warhawks uniform. 2-1. As the pitch comes in, swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. Ruwadzidziani Daibo on deck. Will be hitting next, the left-handed batter. Here's the 2-2. And that's in there. Called strike 3 there, 2 down. And in comes Daibo, representing the last hope for the Warhawks in the 4th, the Mosquitoes. Both teams expecting to have their schedules announced sometime this week. And Daibo first pitch swinging, and he follows this one back. Montreal Tigers, U16 Tigers in action against the Midget Warhawks, coming up at 3 o'clock Sunday. We'll have that for you. It's the Sunnyside Diner game of the week. And there's a good-looking swing by Daibo, but he can't make contact. It's 0-2. And we've got some WWE action in front of us here. It looked more like bowling. 1 pitch and everyone went down as this one misses. Ball 1-2. It's a game of strikes, and someone just rolled the strike here because 10 players just fell down. 1-2. Getting back to the action on the field, on the diamond, I should say, rather than on the field. The 1-2 fouled back by Daibo, and we got another pitch coming up in this at-bat. Due up in the next inning, Jackson, Norton, Callan, and Cade Stacy. There's a Mosquito A team which will be facing a lot of teams from the island of Montreal and beyond. Here's the pitch. And that's strike 3. 1-2-3 go the Mosquitoes here in the 4th. We're coming back with the bottom of the 4th. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. All right, we're back in action here as we get set to start the bottom of the 4th inning, and a lefty pitcher out there, sky to right, and that's going to fall. It's a base hit. We'll get to the pitcher in a moment. Ryder Mccumber throwing one to short. And hey, we got a pitcher, or a third baseman got run over at the bag. That's Hadaji Jacobs in there to pitch, the lefty. And it's hit opposite field over the head of the right fielder Mccumber. And it's a leadoff triple for Jackson Norton to start here. First pitch swinging, something you don't see that often. And Callan hits a bouncer. Good scoop at short. The throw across the bag is not going to be in time. 1 run is in. It's 10-1 Pee-wees. Now this one's hit on a rope. It goes right to Paul, who literally has about a split second to try and make this up. So 3 pitches in this inning and 2 have been hit. 10-1 Pee-wees as Cooper Rice steps in. Oh, they call that one back. Here's the pitch. That's in there. Good pitch by Jacobs. It caught the corner on Callan Stacy. Here is the pitch. Behind the batter, Stacy, who will now take his base on a walk. They ruled that initial one a foul, so runners on first and second for Cade Stacy now, who's stepping in. Nobody out. Hit on the ground, and this one once again rolls foul. Jordan Norton on the on-deck circle. And this one sails away. Here's the pitch. And that's in there. Good pitch by Jacobs. It's strike two on Cade. Now, as a batter, whenever you see a lefty up there, things get a little weird, especially at this part of the season. I don't think they have a left-handed throwing pitcher on the Pee-wees. It's weird to see that lefty out there in a different kind of attack. You got to go up against the southpaw. The ball comes at you a different way. Here's the pitch. That misses. Full count. I don't know who just passed by on a boat, but whoever you are, you're probably not having fun because it's really cold right now. I can't imagine what it's actually like to be on the water. I know what it's like to be by the water. The full count. That is off the bag, and we will have a walk, and the bases will be loaded for the Pee-wees. And now Jordan Norton will step in. He is 1 for 2, singled in the first and popped out back in the third. I like the strategy by Justin Horn. It's the fourth inning. It's your fourth different pitcher. Try and see who your arms are going to be heading into the regular season. You want to get as many arms out there as possible. That's not on there. Remember last year there was such a condensed schedule where teams played 16 games in 6 weeks. So a lot of baseball was played during that portion. Here's the pitch. That's off the mark. And that was just at the B level. At the Pee-wee A level, teams played 24 games in 3 months. So that's a lot of baseball. And it's much like the NHL this year where you had to go from day in, day out because odds are you'd have back-to-backs. Skied into shallow center, and that's going to drop. So it is an RBI single. It goes into the books as an RBI single for Jordan. And the bases, the runners are on the corners. So 2-run score there. And in comes Casey Diaboost. She's 1 for 2. She singled back in the third and grounded out back in the first. That misses inside 2-0. That will miss as well. Here's the pitch. And that will miss as well. It's a 4-pitch walk, which will officially load the bases. And Justin Horn will visit the mound. Getting a little chilly out here. I think I'm gonna have to go get my hoodie in between innings. Well, you see, in a young pitcher, a good athlete as well. I believe it's his second year that he's playing baseball, Ryder Mccumber. You got to get that confidence down, especially coming up from Adam last year. They didn't have pitchers at the domestic Adam League. He's got a good arm. He has the proper mechanics. It's all about making sure that you can get that pitch in there. And after a 4-pitch walk, I think that's a good job by Justin Horn to go visit his pitcher, take a look, see how he's doing, and instill some confidence in him as well. These are all young players, and it can all benefit from a confidence booster from time to time. This is Marcus Rice who's stepping in here. Two balls, no strikes on Rice with the bases loaded. And he wanted to swing at that one, but it was too far out in front of him, 3-0. And he went for it, and he misses, strike one. I can hear his father in the background do a loud groan after he swung at that. 3-1 the count. It's preseason. And he will drive in a run here, or force a run in here on an RBI walk. And that is the 3rd run of the inning for the Pee-wees. And we're going to have a pitching change in the middle of the inning. Raghuradhaji Jacobs goes to center field, and Ruwadizayani Daibo comes in to pitch. And he will face Russ Gabriel, who hit that home run back in the 4th, or the 3rd inning. Yours truly has to run for the first time in 5 years here, as I'm getting a little chilly. It's really cold, the shade, when you're in the shade and you're not doing a whole lot of moving, other than my lips, of course, I'm not moving that much. It's getting a little chilly. All right, so Gabriel steps in here to pitch, to hit. Ruwadizayani Daibo comes in with the bases loaded. And ball 1 misses the plate. So we're going to get the confirmation on the schedule hopefully within the next week, and we'll try to get our full season of baseball action underway here at Baby Blue Memories. This is the first one. It's a preseason game as Daibo finds his mark on that strike. It's 1-1. Lily Barnes on deck for the Pee-wees. That one misses upstairs. It's 2-1. Here's a 2-1. Swung on and missed, and it's now 2-2. Good pitch by Daibo. But don't forget, Gabriel was in a similar situation in that last inning when he blasted that inside the park home run. This one hops the bag, and it's a full count. If Daibo had left that up by about 2 feet, that would have been the perfect pitch right at the knees. Full count offering. The pitch. And that misses its target, and it'll force in a run. And that is the 4th of the inning. And that'll do it. We're coming back with the top of the 5th. We're back with you in the top of the 5th. It's 14-1, I believe, in favor of the Pee-wees over the Mosquitoes. They stopped counting at 11, so you're right about that. As Callan Stacy comes in to pitch his final inning with this team. He's moving up. He will be playing A-ball. First year aged at the Pee-wee level. And that won't make his career highlight film, but he certainly has had quite a bit of great moments over the course of his career. He's going to face Ruda Haji Jacobs here at the top of the 5th. Should be Roland DeLille actually batting. Callan Stacy against Ruda Haji Jacobs. That misses, and he's on base for the 2nd time this afternoon. Paul comes in and smacks this one to center field. And it gets by the center fielder. Haji on his horse, he'll get to 3rd. And he's running home. And he scores. It's an RBI triple.
He took one step and threw it freaking home. What is that?
And that makes it 14-2.
Oh my god. This is on steroids. Oh my god. Is that even legal?
What you just heard is not a part of the Baby Blue Memories opinion, as this will be a sacrifice RBI for Soherdis Jacobs, driving in the 2nd run for the Warhawks this inning. 14-3. Yours truly has a broken pen. So we're gonna go. We're not gonna be able to keep stats for the rest of this one. All I can tell you is that Amonte Horn has walked and struck out, and he's at the dish now. So Soherdis Jacobs gets credit for that last RBI. Erukwaesu Paul with an RBI triple right before that. Former defense partners with the then Novice A Mohawks back in the 2019 campaign. And there's a pitch which sails off the bag. Ball 1. 14-3 Pee-wees on top of the Mosquitoes. Coming up on Sunday, Montreal Tigers. U16 taking on the Kahnawake Midget B Warhawks. That'll be at the Arena Ball Field, a 3 o'clock start. We'll have that for you on Baby Blue Memories, as there's a pitch that's in there. Callan Stacy, his last innings on the squad. He will be moving up. Congratulations to him, making it to A. And congratulations as well to Rohahio Stacy. And there's a hit by pitch. Callan introducing himself to Amonte, getting him in the back. And Amonte awarded his free, somewhat painful base. So Rohahio Stacy, 2 other Warhawks making the A team, or making the U16 Tigers, who will be in action on Sunday at the Hospital Ball Field. Roder Hadaze Lahash steps in and fouls this one off, 0-1. So the Mosquitoes scoring 2 in this inning. Callan Stacy going up against Ryder Lahash, former defensive partners with the Adam A. Mohawks in the 2020 campaign, as that pitch misses low. I'd say Callan's hair's grown a little bit since then. Looks like how my hair looked like as well during this pandemic. It's great to be back on the field though, folks, as Lahash falls this one back. Bantam B team will be coached by John Mayo. The Midget B team will be coached by Jesse Lahash. Assistants Tyler Cross and Lee Snow. We have a U16 all-girls team as well that'll be in action as this pitch sails upstairs and off the strike zone. And that team is coached by both Ross LeClaire and Roger Lapierre. The, of course, Pee Wee B team. This team coached by, as we mentioned, Ronnie Stacy, Greg Rice, Connor Stacy as well. And that's in there, strike three, one down in this inning. 14-3 scoreline. And even at the Mosquito team, we have the A team and we have a B team. So we have a lot of baseball for sure, which we'll get to this season. And also congratulations to Tyson Kyer, who has made the Pee Wee A Sir Watt team. I believe Royce White has also made, or Fetch Daha, sorry, that's made that team as well. Yeah, a lot of Kahnawake Roan competing in various leagues and doing well. A lot of these players are predominantly lacrosse players, but of course no lacrosse taking place for a second straight year. And look out! Nash Mayo with some chin music delivered there, courtesy of Cal and Stacy. But no, it got him off the bag a little bit. Hit on the ground to second. It sneaks its way through. Norton throws it over the head of the shortstop. But it's backed up nicely by the third baseman, so a good hit by Nash Mayo. The youngest player on this team in terms of pure age. And with that hit, he has successfully gotten his second hit of the afternoon. No other Mosquito player has that, so a good showing for him thus far with the multi-hit game. As Raghunath Hadaje Jacobs steps in, you see a good shot of the boat. It's dropping by. And that has created a little bit more wind than we have had throughout the afternoon. Hit on the ground to second, it finds a hole. Good piece of hitting by the Mosquitoes. And the bases are loaded. And the potential max fifth run is at first. And here comes Ryder Mccumber, one of two rookies on this Mosquito team. As Ryder swings and misses at strike one, it's 0-1. Mccumber swings at strike two, can't get a piece of it. Here's the 0-2. That misses. So as you heard in the background, I guess my color commentators for this game saying 2 outs, bases loaded. What you always dream about. Usually it's an extra innings and a tie game though. Here's the pitch. And Mccumber not able to hit this one at strike three. The Mosquitoes score 2 and the Pee Wees are coming up to bat. We're back here, bottom of the 5th inning. 14-3 lead, and Rua Diziani Daibo will go on his first full inning of work. Justin Horn using his 5th pitcher. can never have enough arms, especially during an abbreviated season, as Lily Barnes takes ball 1. Barnes, Jada Norton, and Ethan Brascoop do up as I get hit by a rugby ball. Got to be aware of flying objects here, not just the baseballs at the hospital ball field. The 1-0. That misses away, and it's 2 balls, 0 strikes. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one hops the bag, 3 balls, 0 strikes. Barnes 0 for 1. She struck out in the second and drew a walk in her last appearance, which was in the third. Here's the pitch. And that is ball 4, so Lily Barnes is aboard to start this 5th inning. Well, don't forget, if you'd like to have your game featured on Baby Blue Memories, give us a call, 514-794-5434. Sunnyside Baseball Game of the Week is coming up as well. And that'll be Sunday when the Montreal Tigers play against the Midget Warhawks. Back to the top of the lineup with Jada Norton, a perfect 3 times at the dish, and 3 times she's reached. Fouls this one back. Oh, and they're going to say this one is in play. No, it's fouled. Okay. Because that actually hit her in the leg and then came back across. But it is a strike. As the pitch from Daibo comes in. Swung on and hit well, and it gets over Daze, the first baseman. DeLille throws it back in. And Lily Barnes makes it to third, so runners on the corners. Good piece of base running by Barnes. And Jada Norton is having herself a ball game. 4 for 4 tonight. And that's strike 1. Good pitch by Daibo. Ethan Brascoop has doubled, has tripled and scored and hit into a grounder. 2 for 3 on the day. And Daibo's pitch is away. Ball 1, 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And that'll miss. It's 2-1. Sun setting on this breezy, blustery 13-degree night in Kahnawake. Yesterday at this time it was 30 degrees. And that one sky to center. That's going to fall. And that goes past the center fielder. 1 run is in. And now there's a rundown nearly at home. It's a 2 RBI triple as Norton scores. And 2 have crossed the plate in this inning. 3, sorry, have crossed the plate in this inning. RBI triple for for Ethan Brascoop. Now Jackson Norton is in and swings at strike 1, and he was trying to pummel that one. Runner on third, no outs. Pee-wee's in control of this one, but this is, of course, just exhibition. You're looking for what your team can bring. Foul tipped. That was just 4 years ago where we filmed our first baseball games. Filmed the Mosquito B Championship between 2 Kahnawake teams. And it was a battle of first cousins, which ended the game. Jackson Norton ahead in this count 2-1 against the pitcher. We're doing with DJ Yanni Daibo, and he's behind on that one, 2-2. Actually, that was a 2-2 count, so that's strike 3. We're with DJ Yanni Daibo gets his first K. And here comes Cade Stacy. Or no, Callan Stacy, sorry. Callan. It's Callan Stacy who's in there, not Cade. Runner on third. Here's the 0-1. That's low, it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Hit well and right towards us. Maybe if Joel Norton had a glove, he'd be able to grab that thing. Joel, if you're watching this, I really want to make a Mike Smith joke right now, but I'm not. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Hit well to, popped up, I should say, to second. Right there, Hadazi Lahash makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 straight outs here for the Pee-wees. And now Cade Stacy steps in. Or it's Callan Stacy. Cooper Rice just popped out. He came to the game a little late. With the Illa towards Bridge, an absolute mess. Getting here from the West Island, a little bit difficult. I was talking to assistant coach Connor Stacy before the game. And he said he caught himself some traffic on the way. So here's Callan. Facing a ball. And it's also difficult to see because of some of the players not having numbers. They're wearing masks. And this one goes behind him, and he's plunked. They say it got him. So he was just hit by a pitch. And now Cade Stacy is in with 2 down. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, and it's ball 1. You can see the smoke kind of behind that one. A flamethrower who is... That's why I think that the Mosquitoes don't let this result fool you. They're playing against a bunch of very good players who are older than them, more experienced than them. This team's in good shape heading into the regular season. They're going to be in very good shape. Trust me, they'll be ready. Justin Horn will have his troops ready. And don't forget, the local Adam Baseball have coverage of that as well. The domestic league, which should be starting in a couple of weeks' time. I know the teams are already out there practicing. Here's the pitch from Daibo, and that swung on and missed. Cade not able to get a piece of that one. And the open inning should be next, where the Mosquitoes will be down to their final 3 outs to try and prolong this matchup. And that is ball 4. Cade will take his bag. And Joran Norton will step in. So 2 runners have scored. So what would be the maximum 5th run is over at first base. So Joran Norton can't score, but he can drive these as many runners in as possible, just not himself. The max is 3 more, which the Pee-wees can score. And that misses away, 1-0. Feels like the perfect home opener day where you're not completely away from the coolness that is the spring. Not completely in the summer. A nice breeze here at the hospital ball field. Our second game of the week coming up on Sunday. The pitch. And oh, wow. Jordan Norton going fishing, to say the least, on that one. Fishing without a hole. Not able to come up with that. Let's see what he does here. And that one's off the outside and low. Well, that last swing by Norton giving everyone some cheers here. Those laughs and some cheers, definitely something we've all needed in the last 14 months. As that one misses, it'll force in a run, the third of the inning for the Pee-wees. So finally, Brascoop, who was waiting there seemingly forever, can come across the bag. And we're going to have a pitching change. Paul is in. This will be the 6th pitcher that Justin Horn has used. But it's good. It's good for him to have as many arms, or try to have as many arms as possible. And Tayton's a pitcher that they are going to rely on in the future as well. So actually, that's pitcher number 7. 7, that was Nolan. Hard to recognize with the masks on and whatnot, but 6 pitchers already thrown out there by Justin Horn, and this is pitcher number 7. And it's Arakwayesu Paul. And so we're set. Pee-wees hoping to try and get their final 2 of this one. It's 17-3. Hit on the ground, and it gets through to the outfield, and it gets by Mayo. And that'll force the 5th run in, and the Pee-wees will 5-spot up this inning. They're going to throw home anyway. And it is a grand slam for Casey Diaboost. And that's going to do it, I think, for this inning. That'll do it. So one last opportunity for the Mosquitoes coming up. The Pee-wees in control here at the hospital ball field. Welcome back here, top of the 6th. Tayton Nolan batting. Got a whole team in front of me getting ready to bat. It is the open inning, folks, as Tayton Nolan has to duck out of the way of some chin music. I believe that's Brascoop who is in. The pitch. Fouled back by Tayton Nolan. So for the Mosquitoes, Nolan, Runwa Daiba, Rome DeLille, the 3 who are going guaranteed to be batting. The pitch. And Nolan watches this one fly, and it's outside the strike zone. Here's a pitch. That sails upstairs. And Nolan's got a 3-1 count working in his favor. Here's the pitch. That's in there. 1 down. There's a full count, sorry, and Tatum goes down on strikes. 1 down. There's 1 down, and Ruwadizayani Daibo swings and misses strike 1.
19-3. We're winning so much, eh?
And that one's fouled back. Strike 2 on Daibo. Rolling a little on deck. He'll bat next. Here's the 0-2. That's in there, and 9 pitches and 2 strikeouts.
That should be the Fiddies commercial. Eh?
And here's Rome the Hill batting.
Lovely food, Fiddies. Taste the rainbow. Never mind. You guys,
Sorry, someone over here made me laugh. There's strike 1. There's strike 1 on Rome the Hill, who's in the batter's box right now. Here's the 0-1. And Rome hits this one down the line and right by us, but foul. Strike 2. Sorry about that, folks. Someone here just made me laugh very much uncontrollably, and I'm trying to control myself, but I got tears coming down my eyes because it was very funny. Here's the 0-2. And Rome swings and not able to make contact with it, so that's strike 3. And that is the end of this one. The Pee-wees will... Okay, well, we're going to continue, folks. The commonly seen 4th out is up here, and here's Ruwadizayani Jacobs. I think they're going to just get everyone to bat here. And Haji drives this one, caught in left field. And that one was smoked opposite field. And I believe they're just going to have everyone bat here one final time in this last inning. Here's our Nakoyesu Paul. Well, we got one highlight. You will never see a more spectacular catch for a 4th out in baseball history. What a grab in left field as Paul steps in, swinging very much like an Albert Pujols-esque kind of batting stance. Actually reminds me of the batting stance I had back in my day, but I was more famous for getting plunked by pitches in the head. And Paul, speaking of getting plunked, nearly gets hit there. Had to bounce out of the way of that one. So here it is, Jacobs on deck. So they're just going to have everybody bat through in this inning.
I think this is the last one too.
And that ball sails upstairs. So basically it's all the way up to Ryder Mccumber. And that is a base on balls, so Paul will get to his to the bag. And now it's Soherdes Jacobs.
When the game's over, line up on the first base line.
Jacobs is 0 for 2 with an RBI. Hit it to a fielder's choice back in his last inning, which drove in the 3rd Mosquito's run. And this one's up and away.
Taste the rainbow.
So we're going to be able to figure out in the next week or two the schedule for both of these teams, as Jacob's a little late on that one. Well, it's preseason, folks, and a couple of weeks' time we'll get that first pitch of the 2021 season, as Jacobs is now down in the count 1-2. And that's fouled back. Good job by Soherdas here protecting the plate. Here's the 1-2. Hit on the ground to short. It gets through. And both runners advance. And that's going to do it. They're going to call it right there.
Hey, get off me! We're gonna call it for these, not Sunnyside.
That's gonna do it. Your final score here, Pee Wee's unofficially, we have 19-3, and our very first ceremonial hat tip of 2021. That's gonna do it from here. Your final score: Pee Wee's 19, Mosquitoes 3. Time for the game MVPs, and first for the Mosquitoes, your game MVP, 2 hits in his first year as a Mosquito. We'll give this game MVP to Nashton Mayo, rookie at the Mosquito level, playing against some players 3 years older than him, and he goes 2 for 4 with an RBI. Not bad of an evening, Mr. Mayo, and your game MVP for the Pee Wees, 4 for 4, 3 runs scored. It's the leadoff hitter, Jada Norton. You had yourself a ball game. Congratulations to all involved. Your final score, unofficially here from the hospital ball field, 19-3, advantage Kahnawake Pee Wee Warhawks. We'll be back again on Sunday afternoon with the Midget Warhawks play host to the Montreal Tigers. For Baby Blue Memories, I'm Brandon Bordeaux on Agiwahi.